How to integrate risk management into the business lifecycle process. During all stages of project management or system development lifecycle, software development lifecycle, you've got to look at where security is needed. From the initiation, where someone gets the bright idea, well, is this going to be feasible? Can you handle it security-wise? From functional development, can you implement the functions and secure them? When you actually look at system design, can you design these things in? When you're looking at coding, are you putting in steps to validate inputs? Are you putting in means of doing unit testing in a secure manner? When it goes out to actual testing, are the software testers, are the people looking at the processes, looking at holes, looking at security weaknesses and coming up with ways to test it so that you can then implement controls to secure it better? When it goes into operation, actually put out on the floor, is it being rolled out in a secure way to avoid danger? As you have to do updates, manage it over time. And unfortunately, no project ever seems to go completely smooth. There's something that got missed and that needs to be added in. There's changes that are required. Legislation comes in, regulation comes in, says you got to do something. So as you put these changes in, you got to manage security again. You got to analyze, you got to identify the risks, analyze the threat until it's time to finally close out the project. You either turn it over to someone to manage on a day-to-day basis or time to take the system out of commission, and then you got to securely remove it. Data has to be securely archived or destroyed. After all, you take it down. You don't just send the computers back to Dell or HP or whoever you bought them from, or turn them over to Goodwill with hard drives of data on them. Not a good move. You got to scrub those drives. Maybe you return systems or sell them off without the drives, and you just have the drives destroyed or degaussed so that your data remains safe. Security has to be there at every stage. So identify the stages, use the accepted practices to mitigate security risks introduced to the organization through the business lifecycle process. And this is through controls, countermeasures, and safeguards, best practices. And you want to monitor changes in the organization's business lifecycle processes, because as things change, you've got to reanalyze whether or not the controls are working, if they're doing the functions you want, the business processes are secured by them. Otherwise, you need to make changes to the controls to make it effective.